Hello and welcome. In this video, we are going to talk about the visas that you must know. I always prefer that you apply for the visa for recognition of professional qualification. As you can see on your screen, this data is directly from the federal government of Germany. That means whatever is written on this is information from federal government and I have not made anything up. Also, this is for qualified professionals but not specifically the doctors. That means this applies to other qualified professionals like engineers, like scientists and other professionals as well. Okay, let us read through this and understand what they mean. Visa and entry procedure for immigrants from third countries subject to visa obligation. Now, third countries are the non-EU countries. General entitlement requires passport, proof of financial means, and no existing reason for expulsion. Very obvious. What is the first step? You have to check the requirements. Now, what requirements are there? Let us see. Assessment notice with reference to deficits that were identified in the assessment process. That means when you apply for this visa, you must already have the assessment from the authority. What is that assessment? That is, in other words, the deficit Bescheid, where they have mentioned the deficits. Right in the first sentence, they use the word deficits. That has to be in your hand. Enrollment in suitable qualification course or further training course in Germany. This is here the Fachsprachprüfung course. You enrolled in that. Acceptance in the offline Fachsprachprüfung course. That is your point number 2. Proof of German language competence, minimum required A2. Yes, you can apply with A2. I always say you apply later. But if you have only A2, that is also fine. Only one has to remember that B2 is required. That means if you come with A2 level to Germany or with B1 level to Germany, you will have to spend time and money to do B2 in Germany. But however, for this video, we will say that okay, minimum requirement is A2. CEFR. CEFR is the reference language, range of reference that all European language, according to Central European framework of references, something like that. I don't remember the exact full form of it right now. Secure financial means, the blocked account, that is the 11,200 euros. Now, at the blocked account, I would say that if you plan to come directly for 1 year, that means you're applying for a 12 months visa, then you require that 11,200 euros. But if you are applying only for say 6 months with one say hospitation, one Fachsprachprüfung course, then you require only half of that money. You don't require the entire 11,200, but you require 5,600 or 5,500 or whatever. Okay. Now, adaptation measures and occupation as a skilled professional. That is the 16D paragraph 3. Here, assessment notice pointing out the missing of particular practical knowledge. That is the same thing. Now here they are talking about the 16D. That is the skilled professionals. Okay. Proof of German language, the same thing. Concrete job offer, that is not for you, not for doctors and dentists. You will never have a concrete job offer from the German hospital or clinic without having even the medical or dental license. That's why you will not get that. Engineers might get it, okay, because they don't have to go through the recognition process, but you will not get it. Now, the government in Germany or the institutions, they are working with the hospitals over there that to reduce the visa hurdles, they are working that okay, hospitals are agreeing, so that hospitals agree to issue some provisionary letter that okay, fine, we will employ this doctor in the future. But it is still little difficult. So, and if you are applying on your own, then you will not have that, and also that is not a mandatory requirement for doctors. The assurance of employer, that also, as I said, it's not mandatory requirement for doctors. Now, going to step number 2, you have to make an appointment at the German embassy, and these documents are required. Visa application, passport, assessment notice, that is the deficit Bescheid, proof of financial means, that means the blocked account, and if applicable, confirmation of registration of further education. So this is for then again for other professionals that for doctors it can be considered that the acceptance letter for the Fachsprachprüfung. Every process has waiting time that you have to confirm yourself with the authorities. That means the visa appointment will have a time, then after visa appointment, visa interview, again there will be 2 months time till you get your visa. So every process has time, so you have to be in contact and check the websites about the waiting times. The fees for visa is 75 euro. Now we are making this video in 2022 and this document is from 2020 to January. So the visa they mention is 75 euro. Step 4 is you get the visa, you book a flight to Germany. Now important is that sufficient health insurance coverage. Now here I would like to mention that when you take your blocked account, the online blocked account services, Fintiba and Expatrio, they also offer health insurance attached to it. So you can buy that directly and it will be much more convenient for you. Step 5 is apply for residence permit in Germany. After you have landed in Germany, you get visa only for 3 months at the beginning, but you have to go and register at the foreign authority, at the Ausländerbehörde, and there they will extend your visa. So apply for residence permit for recognition of professional qualification or foreign qualification, section 16D. Now request a list of required documents from the foreigners authority and prepare them. Handling fees is 100 euros. So here they will provide you a list of some documents that you need to provide. Those are minor documents, not very something significant. And then they will ask you for photos, they will ask you for all the documents that you already submitted for visa, they will ask again. And then you will get a residence permit for a longer duration. This was about the visa for professional qualification, for recognition of professional qualification under the section 16D. Alright, then let's move to the another visa. Now, as you can see here, visa for the purpose of language acquisition. This is basically the language visa, which was very much in vogue few years back, but now it's very difficult to get because the language authority or the visa authorities directly tell you that why do you want to go to Germany to do language? You can do it in your country as well. Now, if your purpose is that, okay, I will go to Germany, if you are an arts student or commerce student and you are interested in German language somehow, you say that, okay, fine, I will go there, I will learn the language I'm very interested in, I'll come back, maybe I'll start German language teaching here, or maybe I'll do some master's course in German language here, or maybe I'll start working somewhere as a German translator or something like that. In that case, you will be allowed that, okay, you are interested, you go, you learn and come back. But as for doctors, for dentists, since your aim is to stay there and work there, that's why this is not the appropriate visa for you. For you, they have made the recognition of professional qualification visa. So that's why, but some candidates might still be interested in this. I get this question very often that I don't want to wait till completion of B2. I want to go to Germany sooner because there I can learn much better. Some people say that, okay, I feel like I'm wasting my time in India when I am learning B2 or B1 and not being in Germany. To that my answer is that here you feel like you're wasting your time. When you go to Germany and you will fail the exam or you will take longer duration because you don't have the exam appointment, then you will feel like you're wasting your time as well as wasting your money. Alright, so having said that, I don't recommend this visa for candidates, but to make the course complete and talk about different things that are possible, let's talk about this visa as well. Now, step 1 for the language visa is the admission in an intensive German language course. Now, this course could be any offline course. You can just Google, and there are hundreds of language institutes in Germany. That course has to have at least 18 hours of training or coaching every week. Okay, and then you need to also show the financing of livelihood, that is a blocked account. This is the step 1, that course booking and blocked account. Apart from that, the normal documents for visa that is required, that confirmation of German codes, proof of financial means, proof of payment for language codes. So these documents are required. Apart from that, passport and other documents, obviously it will be required. Health insurance will be required. Then step 3 is that you pay the visa fee. Step 4 is you get the visa and you travel to Germany if you get the visa, where you can sufficiently convince the visa officer that you are the appropriate candidate and you should get the visa. Then you might get the visa. Many times that visa gets rejected. And the rest procedure remains the same. Step 5, you come here, you apply for to the foreign authority, you get it registered, and then you get a Aufenthaltstitel with the section 16F. Now, one has to differentiate. When I talk about the visa for professional qualification, recognition of professional qualification, that is 16D, and here we are talking about 16F, and that costs around 100 euro. Alright, this was the visa about language course. Now let's talk something else, that is the EU Blue Card. Now EU Blue Card is basically the residence permit and the work permit. After you have that, this is basically an unlimited residence permit. But they say it unlimited, but it's not actually unlimited. It's limited to 24 months. In these 24 months, at the end of 21 months, you have to renew it or reapply for a unbefristet Aufenthaltstitel. Okay, so that becomes a permanent residence. Then you can, with these blue card or the befristet Aufenthaltserlaubnis, there are many limitations that you cannot. When you change your employer, you have to always inform the Ausländerbeholder that you have changed your employer. You have to change that sticker on your the card that you get, or the attached document that you get on the card. So these changes have to be done. You cannot do any other work apart from your work as a doctor or a dentist. You're not supposed to do any other work. These are the restrictions that one has with the EU Blue Card. Okay, but once you have passed that 21 months and you have gotten a unbefristet Aufenthaltstitel, that is also called Niederlassungserlaubnis, then you can freely choose your employer. You can move from one job to another without informing anyone. You can, obviously, when you go to a new city, every citizen in Germany has to be registered in the local city. So when you move, even German citizens, when they move from one city to another, they get registered over there. So that you have to do, but you don't have to ask anyone before moving. Okay, that's one thing. You can do any other jobs as well. You can do part-time jobs, you can do freelance works, you can have your own business. You came to be a doctor if you feel like, okay, I'm better in cooking than being a doctor, and I would want to have my restaurant. You can open your restaurant as well after 21 months, so when you have that Niederlassungserlaubnis. Till that time, till Niederlassungserlaubnis, you are bound to work as a professional for which you have gotten the visa. Okay, and after you have Niederlassungserlaubnis, you are free to do whatever you want. Alright, so let's see what is the step number 1. Now, visa and entry procedure for immigrants from third countries subject to visa requirement, general prerequisites for granting residence titles, that is section 5 of Residence Act. Step 1 is concrete job offer in Germany or valid employment contract with minimum gross salary of 56,400 euro, or in cases of STEM professions, we fall into the category of medicine. So for us, the limit is 43,992 euro. That means a brutto salary, a gross salary. If someone has a 44,000, then you are eligible for this blue card. Equivalency or comparability of the foreign degree. That means your equivalence has already been done, and you have gotten an approbation or you are on the way to an approbation. License to practice one's profession, that is the Berufserlaubnis, has to be there. Please note that as a rule, approval for Federal Employment Agency will be obtained during the visa procedure. Okay, so that is basically for doctors. It's non-relevant because for doctors there's always shortage, so they don't, for professions which are not in shortage over there and there are enough applicants from the local area, for that they might have these restrictions that, okay, fine, we don't want you because we already have enough professionals. But for doctors, since there is shortage, they require, so you don't have to worry about that. request an appointment at the German embassy, go with the documents over there and apply for visa. This is the visa fee. Step 4 remains the same. Step 5, again you come here, go for registration, and then you get your blue card. Now this is for someone who applies for blue card from India or from the home country, having a job contract. In your case, since you will already have, you will be in Germany, you don't have to, these parts where you say go for visa and get an appointment and all those things, that is not relevant for you. You directly go, you make an appointment at the foreigner's office, at the Ausländerbehörde with the documents required, and you go and apply for a blue card, and it comes, they give you like confirmation that you will get it, and it comes in 4 to 6 weeks. It has to be printed in Berlin and you get that per post, and once you have blue card, then you can start working. Alright, this is about blue card. Blue card is very important because at the end when you have Berufserlaubnis, that means officially you can start working the next day itself, but just the license is not sufficient. What is also required is the work permit and the residence permit. Blue card is the work permit and the residence permit. Alright, so with this I conclude this video here, and hope you find this useful. If you have questions, you can write it in the comment section in this course, and I will come to it soon. Alright, see you in the next video.